What if I dropped a bomb on you? That a forgotten spice, smaller than your thumbnail, could jolt life back into your bones and spark a fire down below in just 60 seconds? No matter your age, your pile of pills, or the disappointment stacking up, one bite could start clawing back the strength you thought was buried for good. I know it sounds like a tall tale, something too good to swallow. But hang with me, because what I'm about to unload could flip your world upside down. I'm Dr. Tom. Name, a urologist who spent over 30 years pulling men over 60 out of the shadows, fighting to reclaim what time and a broken system have pried from their grip. Confidence, blood flow, vitality, the raw feeling of being a man again, I've seen it stolen, and I've seen it fought back for. Not with fancy drugs or slick gadgets, but by waking up what your body still holds on to when you feed it the right fuel. Here's the kicker that'll hit you square. This ain't some newfangled cure or lab-grown trick. It's a spice that's been staring you in the face. One your granddad might have reached for before a night with your grandma, now backed by science that'd make your head spin. The irony? You've likely brushed past it in your kitchen 100 times, blind to the power tucked inside. In the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through how chewing this one spice for just 60 seconds can fling open your blood vessels, choke out the stress strangling your testosterone, battle the gum disease clogging your flow, and drag you into a deeper sleep where your hormones can heal. I'll guide you step by step, and by the time we're done, you'll know how to wield it and what to expect in your first week, 2 weeks, even a month. Tons. But before we dive into this game changer, hit subscribe and smash that notification bell. Don't miss the raw, natural tools I forge for men like you. If this lights a fire in you, type 1 in the comments. If it falls flat, drop a 0 and tell me how to reach you better. Your voice shapes this fight. Now let's dig into the core of this discovery, because none of it clicks till you get why this tiny spice packs such a punch. What's the secret? The first shock's coming. Don't look away. Subscribe for more hard-earned wisdom. Type 1 if you're hooked. Throw, if not show me your fight. This all hinges on understanding the heart of this spice. And that heart beats with a natural compound you've likely never heard of, eugenol. It's the secret sauce tucked inside each clove. The reason your blood starts pumping, your vessels loosen up, and your body remembers what it used to do like it was yesterday, maybe even better. Let me break it down, plain and simple. Eugenol is packed into cloves, and when you chew 1 or 2, the oils burst free, carrying this miracle worker straight into action. But it doesn't just linger in your mouth. It slips into your bloodstream through the soft membranes, hitting your system fast. What happens next is where the magic kicks in. Eugenol acts like a vasodilator, a natural opener for your blood vessels, especially those tight, stubborn ones feeding your core strength. After 60, those vessels stiffen up, lose their spring, and blood struggles to move where it's needed most. Eugenol works like a gentle hand, massaging those arteries open, letting the floodgates loose again, not forced, not fake, just a wake-up call to what your body once mastered. I'll never forget the first time a patient locked eyes with me and growled, "Doc, I just want to feel like myself again." He wasn't chasing six-pack abs or a marathon finish line. He was aching for intimacy, for confidence, for that quiet, rock-solid strength a man carries when his body still answers the call. That plea drove me to hunt down natural answers, and time and again, I circled back to eugenol. It's not just hype, science backs it. Eugenol triggers nitric oxide, the same kick those blue pills chase. But this is pure biology. No side effects, no headaches, no crash. Athena. Men tell me they feel a soft warmth, a rush of life creeping back within minutes, subtle. Yeah, but it hits like a quiet thunder. Take Mr. R, a retired carpenter with knuckles like iron, who stumbled in feeling half alive. After a week of this, he swore he felt blood moving again, a spark he hadn't known in years. Another, Mr. T, a widower who'd given up, found that warmth reignited a flicker of hope. But that's just the start. Eugenol's got more tricks up its sleeve. It's not just about blood flow. It's about smashing the stress that's been choking your testosterone for years. I've sat with men who eat clean, move daily, yet still feel flat. Stress is the silent thief, and cloves fight back. Next, we'll tackle why erections fade and how this spice turns the tide. Feeling that heat? The fight back's coming, stay with me. I've lost count of the men in their 60s, 70s, even 80s, slinking into my office, heads down, voices barely a murmur, confessing the same gut punch. It's just not working like it used to. And every time I tell them straight, it's not a failure, not a shame, it's biology kicking you when you're down. As the years stack up, the tiny blood vessels that power erections narrow and stiffen, losing that elastic snap. Years of stress, junk food, inflammation, and sitting too long start carving their mark. The result? Blood can't surge where it's needed, and without that rush, the flag stays down. But here's the part most docs won't say to your face. Those changes aren't set in stone. Man. They can turn around, and that's where cloves step in as your heavy hitter. Remember that eugenol we talked about? It's not just relaxing your vessels, it's restoring flexibility to those inner walls, like scrubbing rust off an old pipe and smoothing it out. Blood starts flowing freer, fuller, right where it counts. I've had patients, Mr. G, a farmer worn by decades in the fields, tell me that after 2 weeks of daily cloves, he woke up with a morning rise for the first time in years. Wasam. Not from a pill, not from a prayer, but because his circulation finally got a fighting chance. Another, Mr. L, a retired teacher, felt that shift after 10 days, a sign his body wasn't done yet. This ain't some forced miracle. It's your body remembering its blueprint, given the right nudge. But even with blood flowing, one hidden enemy can slam the brakes before you start. Stress, decades of it, has been sapping you dry, and we're tackling that next. Cloves don't just open pipes, they calm the storm. That hit home? Stress secrets are next. Don't turn away. I can't tell you how many solid men I've sat across from. Guys who eat right, stay active, follow every tip in the book, yet still feel like something's been ripped out. Their energy's a flatline, their drive flickers in and out, and when it comes to that intimate spark, their bodies just won't fire. That's when I hit them with one question. How's your stress? The room goes quiet. A heavy sigh escapes. And then the truth spills. Worries about cash, health scares, marriage strains, the weight of aging. Most don't see how that silent pressure is gutting their manhood from the inside. Chronic stress floods you with cortisol, a hormone meant for dodging danger, not camping out in your veins, day after day. But for men over 60, it's a constant shadow. Here's the cruel twist. Cortisol and testosterone can't share the stage. When one spikes, the other crashes, and the more stress you haul, the less testosterone your body churns out, leaving your strength on life support. That's where cloves turn into more than a blood booster. They're a stress buster. The compound beta-caryophyllene in cloves locks onto brain receptors that scream safe, calm, and in minutes, you might feel a weight lift off your chest, a clarity cutting through the fog, a release from years of tension. As cortisol drops, testosterone creeps back up, naturally, no force needed. Mr. N, a retired mechanic, felt that shift after a week more like himself, though he couldn't name why at first. In some old villages, elders chewed cloves to ease tribal tensions, wisdom we can reclaim. Feeling that release? Sleep power's coming. Stay locked in. If there's one thing I've seen crash and burn with my older patients, it's sleep. Lessons. The moment it falls apart, everything else starts unraveling. Energy tanks, desire fades, and you're left wondering why you can't kickstart the day. You can eat like a saint, lift weights, pop every supplement, but if your sleep's a wreck, your hormones don't stand a prayer. Most of your testosterone, your repair crew, your healing magic happens at night, deep in that unbroken REM sleep. But how many men over 60 get that? Too many tell me they're staring at the ceiling at 2 a.m., the mind racing, or they crash fast but wake up broken, never feeling whole. That's the thief stealing your edge. Cloves step in not just as a blood aid, but as a nervous system ally. Eugenol and beta-caryophyllene don't just relax vessels, they soothe the brain's sleep switch. Chew them an hour before bed, and they ease you into a deeper, steadier rest. Men like Mr. D. Sir D, a former sailor, started dreaming again, waking with a clearer head and a stronger morning rise, not a fluke, but testosterone doing its job. Some ancient healers used cloves for restless nights, proof in the past. Better sleep ripples out, healing your whole system. Sleep shifting? Gum Health's next, don't miss it. This might throw you for a loop, but I've seen it too many times to doubt. A man drags in complaining of low energy, weak erections, no clear cause, and his labs look decent. Then I ask, how's your mouth? Out comes the truth, bleeding gums, receding lines, breath that won't quit. Pass. Most never connect the dots, but your mouth is a gateway to your circulation. Gum disease lets bacteria slip into your blood, sparking inflammation that clogs the vessels feeding your strength. It's like running water through a muddy hose pressures there, but nothing flows clean. Studies show men with bad gums are up to 70% more likely to face erection issues. That's biology, not chance. Cloves turn into a daily detox here. Their oil is a natural antiseptic, neutralizing bacteria on the spot. Mr. F, a retired baker, felt his mouth freshen and his energy lift after a week. Some old cultures chewed cloves for oral health wisdom we've overlooked. Clean blood flows cleaner. Health clearance? Results are next. Stay tuned. Watching men transform is what keeps me going. Mr. C, late 60s, came in tired and skeptical, embarrassed by what he'd lost. We started the clove method, and after a week he called, "Doc, I'm waking up alive." Week 1 brings subtle shifts, warmth, clearer head, deeper sleep, a nudge to move. By day 14, energy spikes. Mornings feel alive, sometimes with a spontaneous rise. By day 30, men like Mr. E, a gardener, felt reborn stronger erections, renewed confidence. It's your body waking up, step by step. Seeing the change? The plan's coming, don't leave. I've spent 30 years with men carrying the weight of fading power, lost confidence, fearing their best days are gone. But they're not. Chewing cloves for 60 seconds can boost blood, calm nerves, restore sleep, reignite testosterone, and clean your mouth to protect your heart and manhood. I've seen it. Circulation wakes, desire returns, men come back to themselves. Your body's begging for this change start tonight, one day at a time. Type 1. If this fires you up, 0 if not. Your choice drives me. Ready? Type strength and rise.